Hello, welcome to this next game of Dominion Plunder Previews. We've got this new card, Stowaway. We've got this new card, Inherited. You start the game with an inherited card in place of a card you choose. So we're starting the game with a experiment in favor of something. And I discard a shy card, so Swamp Shacks can draw better. I see no reason not to just get rid of an estate here, even though I'd rather Raze estates. We also have this new card, Flagship. The next time you play a non-command action card, replay it. So it turns like experiments into villages, which is kind of cool. We hit 5. I guess that's pretty much what we expect. We could hit 6, but that seems pretty unlikely. I can take 1 lab now. I can take take a Swamp Shacks, take the Flagship, doesn't do very much so far. Take a Young Witch for the attack. Stowaway doesn't quite work yet. Artisan Stowaway can be nice. I'm just going to take an early lab. And here we'll just get somewhat sad experiment, sad Raze. And see if we can get there. I don't believe in the Flagship because I don't know. I guess I could have played the Flagship this turn, but now that I have Lab, and Raze, I'm much more willing to add the Flagship to the deck for me because they don't get to trigger this shuffle. I guess they have a Lab now. My goal this turn is to get a Artisan. And while I am sad to trash the Raze, I just really want the Artisan. So the Artisan can gain me another Raze. Maybe they didn't hit fun. No, they hit lab. Not sure. Okay, cool. So we can get ourselves a Raze now, which we want to do, certainly. We can also get ourselves a Stowaway, which draws itself. We can also get a Flagship and put another Flagship into play. Take a copper. Oh, right, we only get one of those. Okay. I'm not sure why I thought this would work, but... And this turn we actually don't have a village effect. And we have multiple actions, so I think I will go ahead and get myself a Swamp Shacks. Just hope to collide with the villages. All right, 5. We just take another lab, I suppose. And here we actually have to trash the Raze again to get to the Swamp Shacks. So we can, and then we actually miss the lab, but then we can Artisan play. Artisan get another lab, draw into the shuffle. We can also Artisan get an experiment. It's not crazy. This is a very, very bad shuffle for me, though. I thought I was ahead until right now, and now I think I'm behind because of how bad this shuffle was. Okay, play that. Artisans. The advantage to getting a lab versus an experiment. If I get an experiment, I've got another one in the shuffle, but I think I just want to get a lab. Okay, and we do have a village, and we're going to get the village effect going, so maybe next turn we plan on artisaning for a Flagship. We should have a laboratory down there to draw. We're kind of out of thinning. Minion Pawn's going to be able to trash a bunch of coppers or their own Razes. Again, I thought I was ahead, and I just had that really bad shuffle last round. But I think my goal this turn is to buy another Artisan. Is to gain the Flagship and play it, and then buy an Artisan. And then next turn I will... Okay, this is interesting. Okay, play the lab. Okay, so I perhaps have overbuilt stuff here. But I can just top deck the lab, right? I don't have to play it. And I play the Flagship. I have an extra terminal because I didn't even play the village this turn, and I gain another Artisan. I'm okay if I lose the lab split 6-4, and I have the extra flagship this turn. So they don't have a flagship coming to play, so they maybe have to gain a village if they want to play their flagship and play both their artisans. But they seem to have stolen first player advantage. Just due to this, my turn 6 was very bad, and their turn 6 was good. Basically, they've played Artisan every turn since turn 5, and I missed one turn. But they're going to gain these villages here, which, I mean, they're fine cards for the deck, but they're not the best. There's no plus buy, although we can just gain a ton of islands if we need to. So I think it makes sense to get a third artisan here. Okay, so this is deck drawn. So I don't have to gain a village. I guess I have to gain one village. I guess I have to gain one village here, which I can do. So we're gaining a village. We're top decking it. We're playing it. And then Artisan can gain one more thing. I can put something on top to double play. I can also gain a dungeon and get that into play. I can gain an island and start scoring points with islands. So if I gain village, island, play flagship. My opponent doesn't have a flagship in play. I could also gain village. I could also gain island, dungeon, or island flagship. I could also gain a Raze. All the Razes have been trashed just to keep thinning coppers. I'd obviously rather be thinning with playing flagships for money. I've got 9 money, so we do have 1 space to thin. I think I kind of got to get lucky here. So you can gain island, play swamp shacks. I think I kind of got to get lucky with my next hand. Swamp shacks. Draw it. Gain island. Draw it. So this is 7. I can gain another artisan now and hope to draw labs, which I do. Do I not have... Where do my flagships live? The next time, where is the flagship in my claim area? I will ask. Oh. It's a long way to undo, but like, it is very clearly not what I intended to do. That's really worth noting. I can flagship an artisan here. I can flagship an artisan in the middle of a turn for gains. My opponent was kind enough to let me replay that. Yeah. Drinking some tea here. This is my Support Ukraine mug, I'm told, by the lady who sold it to me. She said half the proceeds go to support Ukraine. I decided not to ask what that meant and just buy the mug. And some borscht soup mixer. So yeah, because that one bad turn, minion pawn's about a half turn ahead here from roughly equal play. I actually thought I was ahead more because I didn't buy that early flagship, which I think they shouldn't have bought. We need to watch out for like Artisan gain Flagship, Artisan double gain things. It lets us Artisan. When I play and yeah, I can Flagship play both Artisan multiple times. I cannot gain Artisans, but I can potentially pile out Flagships and Artisans. So if every Artisan is double played, then I have 6 gains, which is enough for like all the islands potentially. Okay. Well, nuts. Have to play that for draw. Wow, the bottom 2 cards of my deck are Lab, Swamp Shacks. I can get back to those. So what do I want to gain here? Or just leave them on top. No, I guess I need to gain things. So my opponent has a similar thing. They can. Okay, so I guess I game Flagship, Swamp Shacks here. And we gain Flagship. We gain Swamp Shacks, which we can draw them both. Okay. And again, I calculated they could gain 6 things. So if they gain 6 islands, I just lose. Not really sure how I get around that. I need my other village. Yeah. Bottom decking the things made this quite a bit harder, I think. I don't really want to gain another one of those. I could gain an experiment. I don't really want to lower those piles. I could just gain 2 islands. And top deck them. Seems pretty bad. Okay. So now I can top deck Swamp Shacks Laboratory and feel pretty good about myself. But I think I might have left them a pile out on Swamp Shack's island and by province. Seems likely. Yep, so I just had that one bad shuffle, and with similar play, they are right behind me. It looks like they have kind of dudded out here. Notably, I top deck the Swamp Shack so I can discard it for 2 actions if I want. I think I have enough labs in hand. I can actually do the... Oh, I didn't leave a thing. I didn't leave a Flagship on the mat, which is something I could have done. So I think I will discard the Swamp Shacks for draw. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm likely to find some more. Maybe that's not true. I lose if I don't find any others. So I guess I need to hold on to this. I think I play it. There's just enough of a chance that I find a 3rd laboratory. Is there? There's not even. I guess it's much more likely I find more Swamp Shacks before I find another laboratory with this 6-4 lab split. Again, caused by that one unlucky turn. Yeah. It looks like they've dudded out from what I've seen. And both of our decks are getting worse. I should have considered not gaining the 2nd island last turn and gaining the not gaining the 2nd island last turn and just gaining a leaving the Flagship down. I think that would have been better with the lab on top. I think that would have been better. They've lowered the piles pretty severely, and they cannot pile here because they only have 2 gains left by my count. So if I can find just about anything, unless there's some kind of chain here. No. Oh. Huh. They can play all the Flagships on the Artisan. Okay. So this means they could have just gained all of the islands. Okay. So good to know. You can use flagships multiple times. And yeah, I think they got lucky on that one. So no shame in losing that one. And we play another.